Ayo. Hey, hey. How is everybody doing? This is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing's easy. Warriors and wenches, how y'all doing? And God bless. Good to have you here with me today on a Wednesday. I thought it was Thursday, but apparently it's a Wednesday. God, I kind of wished it was Thursday. But, welcome to Skyrim D. Jesus. Alright, I'm changing the music to Skyrim music now. Oh my god, I can't stand that. Welcome to Skyrim D. And I'm like, oh my god, I hate it. I fucking hate it. Good to see you all, good to see you all. Another round of applause. Good to have y'all with me today. We have a lot of stories to talk about today. PlayStation, Bethesda, even Avowed. Oh my gosh, even a little bit of Blizzard. We got a lot of stuff today. It's good to see you all. How's everybody doing? What games are y'all playing? What's going on? What is going on? Sorry if I sound a little sluggish. I'm broke as a joke, and I can't wait to get paid on Friday, cause I got stuff I need to do. Thank God I paid my bills on time. Now I gotta eat. But good to have y'all here with me. Is my audio good? No, because you guys are. Most of you guys are just gonna be like, okay, I hear you just fine. I am checking for distortion. Distortion on my audio. Can you still hear distortion? Venom, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to have you. Good to have you. Yeah, distortion is the biggest thing because it seems like a lot of few people are upset about the distortion. And if I got any distortion right now, please let me know. I would love to know. How's the oh, bring that down. Can nobody be able to see all that? There you go. Okay. Yeah, it's this distortion that I'm trying to check, because that's one of the gripes that I've been hearing in my channel, is that I got too much distortion. And yeah, if that's a problem, let me know down below if I have something like that. I know you guys can hear me, it's the distortion that's the biggest issue, and I'd like to eliminate that. I'm also playing Prince of Persia for the first time. I will upload that here in a second. You don't hear any distortion? Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I'm kind of curious on that whole thing. I forgot to lay down another. Hold on a second. Create a dashboard? Maybe. No, get out of my face with that. No, not clips. Stream. Where are we? I'm looking for the, channel. No. What was I looking for? I completely forgot. It's up here somewhere. Role manager? Add a new one? You know what? I will do it. Oh, yeah, I remember what I was gonna do. Yep, I remember what I was gonna do. Okay, let me find it. It's just discovery and earning. No, not that. My assigned roles? No. Where are you at? Collections, descriptions, settings. That it? No. No. Emotes, creator badges. Goddamn Twitch. Too much bullshit. Twitch is got too much shit. No, not that, although I do appreciate it. My assigned roles. BR back? Okay, got you. I don't hear. Quick question. How does anyone take the new Xbox CEO seriously, and any woman as a CEO of video games, I don't take her seriously. She sounds like she takes her job seriously, but it seems to me like she's just like PlayStation. I think they're both the same because they're both on business. I don't think they're here for fun. I think they're just here for business. They don't know anything. They got somebody else dealing with creativity. The CEO is just trying to make sure that the walls and the roof stay intact. They're not really there for, oh my god, check out these cool things. No, they've realized that their time is up. Listen, there's a ceiling when it comes to video games, and it's already peaked, okay? Now we're talking about $100 games and forever paying for video games that we're renting. We're renting video games. They've hit the ceiling. So now they're trying to find a new Spotify-ish way to milk money from you guys. And like, I don't think there's gonna be even a new sort of, like there might be, but I think either this or the next console is going to be the last console for PlayStation and Xbox, because they don't have any more money. They don't have any more ideas. They have zero ideas. They don't know anymore. They forgot what cool is. They forgot what fun is. So they hire the fun police. Whoop, whoop, the fun police. And those fun police are not fun. It's simple as that. They're just not fun. And so you got a DEI initiative along with greedy greedy CEOs within PlayStation. Xbox has realized that they went so greedy that they are broke. They are officially broke right now because they have wasted so much money. So basically PlayStation is in the eye of the storm before they get into the storm. Xbox already got fucked up by the storm. So now they're trying to recoup all the money that they lost. So that's where they're at right now. We, as gamers, it's up to you. Me, I'm on PC. I ain't buying their shit. I want to own my games. I want physical media back. It is time for gamers to finally say, no, enough is enough. We've been getting handed shit. I mean, what? The only system that has been giving quality fucking exclusives is Nintendo. And PlayStation, Xbox, they keep on... What? Honestly, what? So it's come to this whole, like there was Ghost of Tsushima, and then you threw that away. There was God of War, and then you threw that away. There was Naughty Dog, and Naughty Dog threw that away. So what do you got? What do you got? Let's go back to Xbox. You're doing Gears of War again? You're doing Halo again? I'm sorry, but you're gonna miss me with this bullshit where you gotta keep on shooting out Halo video games, okay? That shit's not gonna fly. You need to make something new, a brand new IP. It's time for you to do something for this generation, for their sort of games, because we had Halo, I had Gears of War, I had those games. They see like, well, you're gonna bring it back and be like, oh, we're gonna keep up with. You're literally doing you're doing something that I really did not want in any sort of IP that I enjoy, which is filling the gaps. I hate it when developers fill the gaps. They're just like, oh man, what happened on E-Day when the locusts and everything attacked? And I'm like, bitch, they talked about it. They showed snippets of it. And now you're just here like, bro, here it is. And I'm like, nigga, you just throw away the mysticism of it all. You're just milking the cow till it's dead. And then you just get the same thing with Halo. It's just like, bro, it's like, oh, what happened during this? So it's like, this is happening again. And I'm like, bro, it's just rehash the same thing over and over again. And then you had Bethesda, and then they threw that away with Starfield. Who the fuck asked for that? Which is gonna be a funny conversation later. And then what else did you have for X? You bought all this shit on Xbox, and none of these bitches are making money. That's why you're resetting. That's right. Everything that's tied to Xbox that they bought didn't make them any money. It is what it is. Fire Emblem for Nintendo Switch. I think that is the first game I pre-ordered in the last 12 years. That makes sense. 100% next step is full cloud gaming. PlayStation, like Xbox will just be a service now. Yeah, that's right. PlayStation and Xbox are literally going to be vending machines now. And you know what? They made themselves that way. They made themselves that way. Like, literally the only thing that PlayStation is banking off of is GTA. That's it. You think they're banking off of Intergalactic? You think they're banking off of what? The next, what, fucking Hideo Kojima's ghost, like, scary game? No! They're not banking off those fucking games. We have reached a point where Xbox and PlayStation are trying to reach a plateau that does not exist with video games, where they're just like, we just need to get more. It's more. And I'm like, nah, you've already reached the more part. When you were in COVID, you were doing great. You were living it up. Like, COVID was the moment where they got out of the desert. No, they were in a jungle. They had fruits and vegetables, and then they found an oasis of water, and then they just drank that fucking oasis up. Now after fucking COVID, now after all the bullshit, the DEI initiative, the ESG scores, now they're just like, oh shit, we ate up the whole fucking jungle, we drank all the fucking water, now what? And Xbox is like, well, we fucked up, so let's be transparent and try to move things forward, but we're still gonna continue with our old ways. And then PlayStation is going to be like, nah, we're good. And I'm like, no, you're not fucking good. You're not good. You forgot who the fuck you were. But then again, how can I forget that every time a CEO comes in, it's a different person thinking that they understand what the fuck's PlayStation is. They're just like, I've been in PlayStation for a while now. Okay, where were you working at? Where were you working at in PlayStation? Be honest. Like, I know you're fucking Japanese, but really, are you really all about PlayStation? And then I find out this fucking nigga, is doing insider trading, ready to fucking hightail it out of here. And we'll talk about that here in a second. And I'm just like, nigga, they know. After GTA, you're gonna see a lot of fucking PlayStation people or Sony people just up and leave. They're gonna be like, yo, Sony, these guys are gonna stay here. And in a way, they're I'm sorry, PlayStation, you're just a bunch of fucking cucks. You're just a bunch of fucking cucks. There's nothing I can do for you. They're like, they are literally fucking you in the ass, and you got to figure out what you're gonna do next. I mean, what game are you waiting for? I mean, Xbox, it's kind of unfair to say that, actually, because Xbox and PlayStation are pretty huge, and that's a big ass like fan base. But it's like, you gotta draw a line in the sand. I knew around 2018 that I was like, okay, I like PlayStation, but PC might be where it's at. And yes, Steam is great, but let's be honest, there's a license to the whole thing. Like, there's a license to the whole thing. I got GOG, I got Humble, and now I can own my games. But you have to have a level of trust with your consumers. Now, PlayStation, they don't give a fuck about you. You're not the you're not the buyer anymore, okay? You're not the prime person anymore. So the idea that like you're important as a PlayStation consumer, you're not. They have realized that they will never die, they will never fall, because they got whales. And no, I don't mean like whales as in somebody who has a lot of money. Each and every person that has PlayStation and is just, you know, just a normal person, just renting video games, is just a whale. And I realized that I felt like I was a whale when I had a PlayStation 4, where I was just like, I had a limited barrier of video games to play. PC had a bunch of games that I wanted to be, you know, interested in. And so I went PC and never went back. And, you know, that's where that whole thing happened. I think I started the whole PC thing around 2018 or 19. And that's where I went with that. I saved up a lot of money to get a PC because I knew PlayStation was like, I don't know, man, something was wrong, bro. I was just like, well, first of all, getting doxxed or de-doxxed and then coming home and then PlayStation is under maintenance every time they get hacked, that'll make you hate PlayStation real fast. You're like, you get home, you get home, you're like, yo, I just want to play like Overwatch or something, and you get home and that shit's like, yeah, we're under maintenance for a couple of days, and I'm like, nigga, fuck you, bro, fuck you. Avowed Purge, I can't believe this commercial progressive hit somehow didn't sell. Oh yeah, that'll come up later. I pre-ordered how hot take, but I believe to get games like Halo 1 again, we need to get women out of the industry. I really believe some hobbies should be gate kept. Absolutely, they should be gate kept. We'll talk about that in a minute. No, go away. Settings. On channel. Power-ups. Reward. Huh? Wait, I think it's up here. Manage. Ah, there we go. There we go. There it is. I think that'll do. Yeah, that's better. Okay. My bad. Alright, that's set up. And, Merits, Nacho, Sad Panda, and Shadow Penguin. Thank you for the follow-up on Twitch. I appreciate that. Just to let y'all know, I don't act like a Twitch streamer. I'm just letting y'all know. I started off on Twitch, and I'll die on Twitch because I'm not gonna abandon the people on Twitch. Once my channel on Twitch gets banned because I said a naughty word, then I'll be gone from, you know, Twitch and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna abandon Twitch because that's where I started at. But let's go ahead and do this. Bring this down a little bit. It's not about genders, it's about mindset. If people can't handle fantasy, people doing fantasy stuff in fantasy world and somehow bring our world's politics in their world, then they need to go. He's right. Hobo Paladin is right. But here's the thing, though. I know... Here's the thing. When it comes to a lot of people like to talk about, like, Hypnotic talks about writing is the biggest issue when it comes to, like, you know, gaming. For me, it's all about leadership. Leadership is the biggest component for video games. Did you bring a DEI initiative into our studio? You shouldn't have done that. Take it out. We have one of the writers and we have a consultant that wants to put trans shit within the game. They have to be fired. They have to be let go. Okay, replace those people with people that actually care about the lore and mythos of the game. I also want to focus on the story and the characters as well. Give me something compelling. Is the writing good? Good. Do not be too funny. Fuck the quirky bullshit. Make sure the characters speak in a certain way that fits with the narrative and the theme of the game. I need the gameplay person to come in here. Okay, how long are we going to make this game? Okay, we're going to make this game 50 hours and maybe 80 hours of completion on the whole game. Okay, the game is going to be fairly long-ish. So we need to make sure that the progression on the game is well maintained. We need to make sure that we give them proper loot. We need to make sure that the characters are cool and well endowed. We need to make sure that they are having an escape moment. We need to make sure that also when it comes to not only the way the character looks, but also the way the character chooses things within the game. If you want to be a piece of shit, it actually means something. Not just being a complete piece of shit and it does a little bit, but, you know, make it make sense with how you want to deal with things from now on. I think Dragon Age Origins did a good job on that. I think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 does a good job at that. I think even Mass Effect does a good job at that. Baldur's Gate 3 does a massively good job at that. And even the older Baldur's Gate games do a good job at that. We need to make sure that they have good choices. We also need to make sure that the characters that they're with or around are believable. Okay? That sort of thing is very, very important. We need to have variety in combat. Audio needs to be top-notch. We need to make sure that the music is flowing with the combat. This whole being silent sort of bullshit, don't do that. Like, in certain moments, maybe, but no, they need to be able to be fully immersed within the game. That sort of thing. And so, the leader is this type of person to do these things. I can handle the person who's saying, well, what if I do a good job at, like, putting trans shit in Dragon Age the Veilguard? Didn't I tell you you're fired? Okay, there's a lady that wants to work here. She has purple hair and a nose ring. Okay, you're hired. Do not bring your political bullshit within here, okay? This is the culture within my studio. This is the leadership that I'm talking about. You can do this, you can do this, you can do this, work on this. We need to stay focused. You're lazy, you're getting the fuck out of here. We can find somebody else that actually wants to work. There's a massive amount of laziness within the game industry. Think about it. There's 3,000 fucking developers out there working at one studio. So think about that for a second. Why the fuck do you need that many people? There's too many fucking people. Bring it low. Bring it very low. I need to make sure that I have my eyes on every single person. I need to make sure that things are being well done, well maintained. This is the thing that you have to do as an executive producer. You need to make sure that everybody's not only getting paid and taken care for, but you also need to make sure that you have a firm hand. You can't be doing this whole like, oh, so what's the problem, honey? Nah, I'll do it once, but I'm not gonna do it fucking twice. I'm not gonna have a crying match between developers that are like, it's so hard, but I already worked on this, or I'm not supposed to work on this. If I tell you to do something, you fucking do it. And that sort of firm hand is what's needed within the game industry. There's you remember when we talked about Avowed back before, when they talked about how much fucking fast food they've been eating while they were making Avowed? That's the bullshit I'm talking about. Because I can understand eating fast food and you have the freedom to eat what you want, but if you're just munching along bringing fast food every fucking time, I'm not gonna fucking have that in my studio. I want to make sure that my team is fucking healthy. You're fucking coming in here eating 20 pieces of wings with fucking jalapeno poppers, getting fat and farting and sitting on your ass. That's one thing I'm not gonna handle, is that somebody's just bringing fast food everywhere. Nah, cleanliness is a strong portion of what I would do in my leadership. I want you guys to eat healthy. I want you guys to be, have energy while we're working. You're not gonna be coming in here with your Chipotle and your fucking Wendy's cups everywhere. I'm not gonna be fucking having that. I want a stable community. It's gonna just end up with me working with the Asians. That's what's just gonna happen. If you can't handle this, I'm just gonna end up working with Asians, because they're the ones that are probably gonna understand what I'm talking about. What did I talk about when I came up with work ethic? Work ethic is very fucking important. That's why Crimson Desert is still popping up fucking patch notes right now as we speak with new fucking gameplay. I'm thinking about playing Crimson Desert all over again because I'm just like overloaded with so much bullshit. But that's the sort of thing is like, if I start hearing fucking politics and shit, I'm gonna be like, it's like, first of all, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you not working? And second of all, cut that shit out. We're not gonna be fucking talking about politics. He's like, you're dumb, you're stupid. I'm not gonna be hearing about what cult you're in, be it BLM or LGBT. I'm not gonna fucking hear about that. Believe it or not, a lot of right-wingers go to work and don't talk about their politics. So I'm not gonna be having a problem with them. I'm gonna have a problem with the fucking weird-ass communist bitches. And if I have any communist bitches, you're the fuck out. I'm not fucking having... I have a certain culture within my studio. Will we have fun? Yes. Will we work? Yes. Will we have fun while working? Absolutely. But I'm not going to have this fucking LGBT circle jerk when we're here, we're family bullshit. Okay? I'm not going to have that. You ever go to work and you realize the work is not done, but there's a whole bunch of people working there still? You're just like, what the fuck have you guys been doing while I was away? That's the bullshit that we got right now. It is not the writers, it's the leadership. You take it to the top. And you want to make sure that not only is the leader stern, but fair, you also want to make sure that that leadership is a gamer. You want to know who I'm referring to? Sven Vinka. Sven Vinka, the guy that made Baldur's Gate 3 and Divinity, he had certain things that he wanted to add within Baldur's Gate. But remember, he was working with Wizard of the Coast. Wizard of the Coast probably slowed down the pace of the game a few times with their bullshit. Okay? There were probably many moments where Wizard of the Coast was like, why don't you make Karlach a fucking dyke? I'm pretty sure that's how it happened. There were probably many iterations between what Karlach looked like, what Mintharis looked like, what all the characters looked like, Karlach looked like. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of iterations where Larian Studios just said, stop. We're not doing that here. A lot of developers within Larian Studios said the only reason that Baldur's Gate succeeded was because of Sven. It would have not worked with anybody else. It would have not worked with anybody else. And that's the kind of shit that I'm talking about. It is not the writer. It is not the artist. It is not the janitor or the accountant or the fucking consultants that we don't even need. We don't need consultants, people. We don't need consultants. We could just make shit up. We don't need them. You could just go to one person and be like, "Ah, you're an academic? Okay, I want to make a game on the Revolutionary War. Okay, I can tell you this." Boom. That's my consultant. I'm not gonna be going to no fucking fag consultant. That's just not happening. But that's what I'm talking about. The leadership will decide who does this, 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 and this. The bear loves Gate 3. And that's the cool thing about Larian Studios, is because I never saw that bear scene when I was playing the game. I bet you... What did Dragon Age the Veilguard do? No, tell me. Baldur's Gate 3 gave you a choice. Absolutely a choice. Dragon Age the Veilguard, you had to accept Tosh. You had no choice. You had to accept your friends. You had to be nice. You couldn't kick people out. You had to be level with them. You had to tolerate them. Baldur's Gate 3 said, "You want to kick this bitch out? Because she's fucking weird? Kick her out. Asterion's being fucking gay? Kill him. Do whatever you want." Is there some fucking, you know, fucking woke shit in there? Absolutely there is. Absolutely there is. I fucking played the game and then everybody was labeling my fucking male character as a female. Of course there was woke shit in there. Who added that? No, we gotta be honest. Who added that? Because Divinity, the game before Baldur's Gate 3, Larian Studios never did that shit. We gotta be honest. Who added that shit? It was Wizards of the Coast, because Wizards of the Coast owns the IP of Dungeons and Dragons and Faerun and everything. But now they're on Divinity, and Divinity will decide exactly what type of developers Larian Studio is after Baldur's Gate 3. We'll see how fucking fucked up they are. I've already noticed that the developers are all about fucking lizards. So I already know that the developers are fucking degenerate. I'm trying to figure out how degenerate they are. That's the one I want to find out. The voice actor of Asterion is one of the biggest woke activists in the world, along with Critical Role. Some of the Critical Role people are fucking woke as fuck. Like one of them, I think his name was Sam or something. He was just like upset that we couldn't chemically castrate children anymore. I was like, what the fuck? There's no such thing as trans children. And this motherfucker was on Twitter going, or Blue Sky going like, it's like, what is going on with the world? And I'm like, what is this nigga talking about? What the fuck? It's a good thing we took that out. What are we talking about? I still get heat from people when I call Baldur's Gate 3 woke. It's the only woke game that actually succeeded, and it wouldn't have succeeded without Sven Vinka. That's just how it is. You can make fun out of that game. Any other game? Who you want to know a woke ass game? Forza the Motorsport. That game is woke as fuck. I didn't play the game. Did you play the game? You know who played the game? IGN. They gave it a 10 out of 10. They also gave it 10 out of 10 for mixtape. So you start to notice trends. Minthara is fucking hot. All right. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Here we go. And we're gonna have this conversation now. Minthara's fucking mid. She's mid. The face, I mean. The way she looks, I mean. Anything else? Yeah. The way she talks, the way she acts, 10 out of 10. The way she looks, mid. Mid. I'm over here just like, because, you want to know why? It's because I could smell the activism on whoever created Minthara. You know what? I'm gonna find somebody who... Minthara redesign. I'm gonna just find somebody who did a Minthara redesign. Trash. Minthara appearance mod. Trash. It's not even... I mean, that's cool ass armor, but trash. Give me something else. Nope. No. Huh? What's this? Minthara gets a makeover? Now that's what I'm fucking talking about. Now that's what I'm talking about. Hold on, can we get a close-up? Now that's what I'm talking about. Hold on. Now that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's better. That's better. See, that's better. That's way better. I think her eyes should glow a little bit more, just a tad bit. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, that's better. That's way better. The way she talks, the way she acts, her lore, her mythos, 10 out of 10. The way she looks, I'm just like, who's this? Who is this? But anyway, let's get to it. Sup, bro? Everyone in B3 is mid. We are subverted to have low-ass expectations. All of them are mid? We're just gonna ignore Shadowheart? We're just, what the fuck? We're just gonna ignore Shadowheart? Karlach could use some work, but Karlach looks nice. The thing is, though, there is subversion on... You're right, though. There is subversion with Wizard of the Coast. Because think about it. Karlach. I mean, Lae'zel. Lae'zel is a fighter. Karlach, barbarian. The only one that seems to do a more feminine sort of role is Shadowheart. And can you guess which character is probably highly the most romanced character? It's Shadowheart, obviously. Turns out men are predominantly playing, you know what I mean? I'm just saying it's obvious. Obviously, it's Shadowheart that's the most romanced. Who is it? We also have the other female, Minthara. Minthara is a paladin. Do you notice? And so the one that I was like, okay, because you notice, right? Because I started the game off as a paladin. you know, as a male paladin, and then I just noticed that all the females were playing male roles. And of course you could play whatever role you want, but they made the roles like that. They made it like that. And so if you go back to Baldur's Gate 3, where it's like the females are playing either the rogue, the druid, they're either playing wild magic and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, women that use magic look hot. You know what I mean? And of course you're going to have the people that are like, yo, I like a woman that wields a giant great axe. I get it. I like Red Sonja too. But let's be honest. The feminine role for being like using magic, just women using magic is hot. I mean, come on. Are we going to just ignore Lord of the Rings? Not Ring of Power. Fuck that shit. Subversion, but I dare you to look up girls from ZZZ and notice how successful it is. I'm aware of it. I'm aware of it. That's why I'm talking about Subversion right now. I liked getting roughed up by Lae'zel. See. I just realized who I was talking to. Shadowheart had a nice ass, but meh, face, no tits. I liked her face. I liked her face. It's not all about tits. It's all about having a pretty face, nice waist. They made the proportions correctly. You don't have to have double D's for everything. But she did look at feminine and acted feminine. Dark elf chicks though. I like dark elf chicks. I just don't like the dark elves that they put in I don't like purple fucking elves. You know what I mean? You're just a purple elf. I wish they went back and did dark elves and they were just like, oh man, well, it just looks like black people. And I'm like, well, then just make it look like black people. I don't know. I'm sorry, but purple elves, listen, you can either do Record of Lotus War, where it's the brown fucking dark elves, or you can do fucking like purple elves, I guess. If that's what you want to do, fine. I'm sorry, I grew up with Xena, Red Sonja, and Lady Death. I like warrior women. That's fair. That's fine. But if all the women are warriors within like fucking Dungeons and Dragons, then you're just like, well, fuck, man. I don't want all the fucking females to be acting masculine. That's fucking Subversion 101. I hate that shit. Anyway. Purple chicks need love too? Fine then. Alright. I'll just shut the fuck up then. Bitch. Alright. Alright. Let's talk about... Ooh, here we go. Alright, let's go. Lae'zel, disgusting frog, that's fair. I just like the way Lae'zel looks at me really pissed. It's fair. Because they're fucking Gith Yankee. Lae'zel. Because it sucks? Because there's a balance. Because yeah, she fucking... I see what you fucking mean. But then there's moments where I'm just like... And then I just found a mod. And then the mod just made it look even better. Like, like I did a different Lae'zel mod where it just looks better. Like that's much better. Like that's much better because when you do the Lae'zel thing, and I know that this is a long thing with Gith Yankee where they have a longer face, but then this mod just gets rid of that and then gives her a better nose, and I'm like, yeah, I just want that. That's fair. I just like how they chose a Gith Yankee as a romance. And I was just like, why? And then I was like, oh, she's fucking hot. You know who's hot? Whoever fucking cosplays as Lae'zel. They're fucking hot. Like, the cosplayers just make the fucking character look even hotter, that's all. Yeah, because the actual one, where it's just like the longer face, and it's just like, I looked at it and I was just like, I just like the character, and she's kind of hot with her fucking piercing eyes and shit, and I was like, yeah, whatever. Shadowheart is a bitch, Karlach is a fucking child, and I was just like, yeah, whatever, sure, yeah, I'll do that one. And she seemed to be alright at personality wise, and she was willing to fuck like day one, and I was like, all right, okay, cool, I like this, but yeah, don't like the long face, and then the, you know, the over simple, you know, the obvious nose thing, but that's just how the Githyanki rolled. But I'm surprised that the devs were able to pull it off anyway. And the devs probably looked at the whole Githyanki thing and was like, okay, if we're gonna do a Githyanki, we're gonna have to make her as hot as possible. It's like, but it's gonna be hard because the way the face looked is very hard with the whole nose, and, you know, the lips separated from the, you know, the fact that they have a lesser of a nose. And so what they did was they made sure that this bitch was stripped over out of so much cloth that, like, you can see her ass cheeks from the back. So it's just, it fucks with the man's mind, where they're just like, yo, I ain't fucking this frog bitch. And then she walks past you and you see her green ass cheeks, and you're just like, wait a minute. I'm the racist. Wait a minute. My bad. So, whoever designed Lae'zel was playing a dangerous game. But yeah, it's hard to fucking pull it off. I think the cosplayers pull it off better. Maybe it's the fact that they have a better... She looks like she saw a Netflix adaptation. I don't even know what the fuck that even means. Lae'zel default model looks good to me. Am I just an ugly enjoyer? No, it's fine. It's just... the only thing that I don't like is the fact that the nose thing was bothering me. And it bothered a lot of people. You know what's so funny? Is the fact that everybody was saying it. So every time that somebody comes up to you and is just like, bro, you're so toxic. It's like, yo, you're shaming. And then everybody plays the video game and they're just like, fuck this frog bitch, she looks ugly. Yo, fuck this guy, he looks ugly. Like, everybody starts to be real, like real, as soon as like the game is fun and some of the characters are hot. And that's all it took for people to get into the game. And then people on Reddit were just like, well, she looks like this and she looks like that. And I'm like, oh, so now we're finally, it's like, oh man, these, like, the chuds, they don't like beauty. And then they finally play the game and they're like, yo, I ain't fucking this frog bitch. And I'm like, you're just like everybody else. Her face is just 24/7 cringe face. You probably like feet, and that's okay. All right, let's get back to the fucking. Let's get back to the fucking video. All right. Jeez. Thanks, Jason, for ruining it for us. Paper bag moment. Okay. Anyway, where's the thing that I had? Where is it? Wait, where is it? I had one more. Hold up. You wanted to romance Jaheira? Give me all that health elf milf. Yo, she's been stretched. I don't know if you want that. I don't all right, if that's what you want. She's been stretched. You know what I mean, boss? Okay. I just want more women as Miranda or Morgana. That's fair. Anyway, let's stay focused, all right? Fucking perverts. All right. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing's easy. Warriors and wenches, how y'all doing? And God bless. If I have any distortion with my audio, I apologize. I'm still adjusting it, and I did some adjustments, okay? You don't need to know anymore. I'm trying to make sure to get the distortion out. Anyway, let me know down below how how I sound, and here we go. Let's talk about Obsidian. Obsidian is going through layoffs. Can you guess who's leaving? Can you guess, buddy? Can you guess who's leaving? That's right. It's the ones that don't matter. And the ones that are wasting space. The ones that shouldn't be here. The ones that are pretending like they even know what Pillars of Eternity is. The only one that should be in Obsidian is probably Tim Kaine and Josh Schroyer. Everybody else is a fucking waste of space. Especially that fat ass that fucking helped make Avowed. All of them should be gone. Especially these fat, disgusting slob of women. And I know some people are probably saying, Mr. Hardcore Mode. But it's not the women, it's the culture with it. It's all about, you know, the focus of the game. Nah, man. Nah, I'm gonna keep it level with you. If you start to notice a pattern, maybe that's just how things should be. Let me show you Pearl of Abyss's team. Let me show you. Boop. Here we go. Gone Gold. Is that the team? Okay, here we go. That's a good one. Okay, here we go. Now, do you notice anything? Do you notice anything? Do you notice? Do you notice? Now, of course, this is partly the development team and the community team. Let's get to the developers. I'll give you a better one. I got a better one. Let's find the actual developers. Can I get this opened and perfect? Awesome. Here's the actual development team. Do you notice anything? Do you notice anything? When you leave your clothes everywhere on the ground outside of your laundry hamper, when you fold your clothes. When you leave your fucking clothes everywhere, when you fold your nice clean clothes. It is all about cohesion and leadership. It is all about that. It's not about the writing. It is not about the art style. It's all about leadership. Leadership has to be what? First of all, the leadership has to be a gamer. This is Sven Vinka that I'm basically talking about. Sven Vinka is a gamer and also a leader. He's the one that made Baldur's Gate 3. A little woke, but a good game. This game also is a great game. Crimson Desert. This team has cohesion. There is culture within the team. They care about their game. Don't come up to me saying every developer cares about their game. No. There's a lot of developers out there that pretend that they care about their game. They like to do this whole like, oh, when we're here, we're family, not realizing that if their game fails, they fail, and somebody's gonna have to be let go. That is the primary function to make sure that you have yourself a good game. You need to look at yourself, because this is what Expedition 33 did. That you had to make sure that all the ducks were in order. You want to have a fun game. You want to have a really fun game. You're passionate about this game, but you had to make sure that there was cohesion. You'll have some people that are left. You'll have some people that are in the right. You'll have some people that don't really necessarily care. But what matters is the cohesion. That is very important. There's not going to be anybody going saying like, wait, you don't like gay people? Nah, bitch, shut the fuck up. I don't care if he doesn't like gay people. I don't care if he doesn't like black people. I want to make sure that he is doing the optimum work within my studio. He works with me, I work with him, we go out to eat, and then we fuck off. That is the primary concern. We are looking at each other and say, we want to play the game that we're making. That's what matters. He doesn't care about your LGBT. She doesn't care about your BLM. She doesn't care that you want to fuck Bernie Sanders or you want to fuck Zoran Mamdani. None of that shit should be heard within my studio. But Obsidian was just like, girl, we should, girl, you're hot. Girl, you're hot with your fucking flabby ass fucking buttered up face. Girl, you're hot with your fucking five guys like fucking greasy ass fucking fingers. Anyway, let's go get some Chipotle and pretend like we're working. These developers had to go. They are a waste of fucking space. Each and every fucking one of them, except Josh Scheuer. Because Josh Scheuer is going to be working on their next game, because Avowed 2 is canceled. They have decided that Avowed is no longer necessary. They said, Avowed 2? How's that going? We'll talk about Avowed in a second, but let's continue about Josh Scheuer. Josh Scheuer was one of the biggest Obsidian people. He worked on Pillars of Eternity. He knows Pillars of Eternity. He also knows stories. He is going to be the director of the new Fallout New Vegas game. And by the way, straight white male, by the way. So this person knows video games. When he comes to work, his thought process is fun video games. He leaves thinking about fun video games. I've seen his videos. This guy is a really good dude. The project is still in its early stages, and Bloomberg says plans could change. It also unknown whether there will be a Fallout 5 or a New Vegas a sequel or another spin-off. But Obsidian is reportedly shifting its focus on a new Fallout game led by Fallout New Vegas director Josh Scheuer. So this is good news. Also, I am hearing words that Tim Kaine, another developer, I think he's kind of good. I think he's got good work ethic. He is going to be working within Obsidian also as well. And of course, it's all about leadership and cohesion and culture within the gaming studio. Our focal point, or within Obsidian's focal point, should be the gamer. That's right, that's you. That's right, hey you. Yeah, that's you. That's right. Put some fucking draws on. Anyway, that's you. That's you. But here's what happens when you don't have your focus on gamers. You get individuals like this. You remember this guy? Hansen, the art director at Obsidian? He is gone. He is the man that not only designed these monstrosities within Avowed, He's also responsible for doing weird fucking shit within LinkedIn and fucking socials. He wanted to grind his gears. He wanted to slob on the knob of Elon Musk and be like, yeah, I hate these guys. Yeah, he's a fucking little gremlin. This piece of shit, this bald fucker. What did I tell you, chat? What did I tell you about bald limp dick motherfuckers with beards? I keep telling you every single time, you get only one. You get the bald bearded dude that's a trucker, or you get the bald bearded dude with a fucking scotch around his neck. Is it scotch, a scarf? I don't give a fuck. You get one. I choose the trucker. Oh, also there's a third option, the bald bearded dude that's like a hermit, and he's got a whole bunch of Atari games, and he's just like, hey, come on in. Hey, I got books, I got old games. What you want? I got pancakes. We about to go hunting. That's the third one. I like the third one, okay? There's the hillbilly bald bearded guy. There's the trucker bald bearded guy. And then there's this nigga. Fuck this nigga. What did he say before? A reminder to black artists out there. Oh man, he's thinking of me. Ah man. Who are looking for portfolio reviews or job advice. My DMs are open. I'm pretty sure his asshole is open too. And you will always have my priority. Oh. God, he wants to slob on my knob already. We got too many crusty white dudes in this field. Please let me help you replace me one day. I want to go back to living in the woods. Start packing, nigga. Start packing, nigga. And leave that bald bearded dude that's a hermit alone. He don't want to talk to you. Okay? He don't want to talk to you. He's friends with bears. He's friends with bears, and he makes fucking he makes fucking jelly in the woods and shit. High quality jelly in the woods. He's top quality fucking old forester type of bearded dude. If you want to be fucking a weirdo, go ahead, but you're not gonna do it on a fucking paycheck. Congratulations, you're probably gonna get replaced by a black dude. Oh, that's right. You're getting replaced by white dudes, actually. You can't make this shit up, bro. You are getting replaced by white dudes. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's because black people don't like to work in this field. Most of them don't. So fucking hilarious. This nigga's getting replaced by white dude. It's like all the crusty. See, this is the culture that I'm talking about that needs to be fucking surgically fucking removed. I want you to know something, because I apparently some people might not know this. I work around delivering certain things to certain buildings. One of those places is like a daycare or a school for children. There are plenty of women that look like this at this school. I can't fucking stand being around them for longer than 15 seconds. And no, not just looking at them. I mean the way they talk and the way they act. Everything that they say is so fucking condescending, and everything that they do is so each and every one of them acts like they're a fucking Disney princess. And I'm over here just like, calm the fuck down. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, oh, I just want to be friends to everyone. I brought cakes. Karen, shut the fuck up and get back to work. This sort of fucking shit needs to be surgically removed. See, there's only certain women out there that actually work amongst men who actually does a bang up job. Laura, the one lady with the YouTube channel that used to work around Gears of War. Amy Hennings, a woman that has a fucking family that got fucking fired by Neil Cuckman. Those types of individuals are rare. I would like to see more of them, but it's merit-based. I want you to understand that. It has to be merit-based. I'm not gonna fucking bring in people that, oh man, oh my God, yes, when we're here, we're family, bring in the ladies. Hey girl, ladies night, hey, oh no. Nah, miss me with that shit. I will bring in people that excel at the thing that they are going to be assigned to. But that's not what they did. DEI initiatives is Marxism 101. That's all they fucking cared about. That's how they fucking failed. This is that. Do you think? Question: if Sydney Sweeney walked past these women, what kind of face would they make? There you go. You already answered your question. You already answered. I already know the answer. You already know the answer. And that's the kind of bullshit that I'm talking about, because you're not going to look like, when you make characters, you don't get the character that you want because they don't like the way you that's the kind of shit. They're going to mommy your fucking video game to the fucking dirt, and they don't care. Oh, you want to make a certain character this way? No, you can't. Because it might look like something better than what they got. No, you want me? You want to fucking? Are we all on the same page? Now, I could understand that somebody plays around with these characters, but it's not really hard to play with these characters. Let me tell you something. When you make, there's a they them section, there's a pronoun section within the video game. A lot of YouTubers don't like to fucking mention that, but I do. I like to mention that shit. There's a pronoun section within this game. There's also the way the female works. You literally change your head. Your head is literally the thing that changes. That's the shit that I'm talking about. So we all of a sudden, like everything else within the video game, we have choices, but when it comes to making your character, the absence of choice. The only set of developers within Obsidian that actually seem to be happy are the ones that are working on Grounded 2, which is literally a game about children fighting bugs. You can't be weird around the children and then show everybody. You can't do that. You can't just go like, oh man, well these children would look great if they were more feminine, or if they were more, if they cut their dicks, if I put an LGBT shirt on that. They can't fuck around with that shit because they will get flamed. So they just make a video game where it's just literally kids fighting bugs. And the story is actually pretty interesting. And the gameplay and the quality of life features within Grounded are pretty well maintained. They did not touch Obsidian when it came to Grounded 2. Those developers are fine. It's these developers within Avowed that had to be excised. And you know what? I'm good with that. I'm good with that. If they're going to work on... Am I going to complain about another Fallout New Vegas? Now, there's one thing that I am worried about within the new Fallout New Vegas. 2. Please, for the love of God. I'm begging you. We're not going to talk about no bald guys that are faggots. We're not going to talk about weird-ass women with their fucking diversity on their shoulder. We need to talk about Fallout the TV show. Do not even fucking meld the Fallout TV show with the Fallout video game. Do you hear me? Do you fucking hear me? Do not meld that fucking stupid ass Fallout TV show with Fallout New Vegas. Do not branch off. Do not try. If Todd Howard calls you, hang that bitch up. Hang that bitch up. If your caller ID says Amazon Incorporated, hang that shit up. Never happened. What's that video? I'm gonna find it right now. What's that guy? Here it is. Here it is. When they come up to you and ask you, is Fallout the series tied to Fallout New Vegas 2?
No way. Not this time. It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No. Not this time. It's totally made up. Pure fiction.
Pure
It's
fiction.
fiction. It's fiction. We made it up.
We made it up.
This one up. It's a made-up tale. It's a total fabrication.
Total
It never
fabrication.
happened. It never happened.
Never happened.
This one was invented by a writer.
This one was invented by a just it never fucking happened. And that's all I'll say on that. Fuck this Matt dude, Hansen dude, fuck him. Get him the hell out of here. And hopefully Josh Scheuer, praying for you, dude. Don't let them bring you down. Stick to the source material. Let the story be engaging and fun and entertaining. And for the love of God, when it comes to creating characters, please let us create male or female characters the way we want. That's it. It's so easy that it's so fucking that we have to have these conversations now. I can't believe this shit. Anyway. I'll see you later. We made it up. Complete fabrication. Never happened. Bro, I used to watch this show when I was a kid. Me too. I didn't watch much of it, but I watched it. I was like, I thought the show was about the one guy talking. I was like, never mind, it wasn't. Depends on how much leeway Sawyer has with the story. True. I hope the CEO of Xbox tells Bethesda to update their engine, because God, is that shit outdated by bro. True. 100% true. Get rid of that shit. It's too late now. I don't know what just leave the previous games with the creator engine alone. Leave it there, do some final hot fixes, and then just shut the door on all the older games. You want to know how you want to know when Skyrim came out? Skyrim came out like 10 plus years ago, and we have not seen anything on the new Elder Scrolls game. Skyrim came out in 2011. I remember. I was ready. I lost a girlfriend to that fucking game, and I'm proud of it. Well, not now, but you know what I mean? Where it's just like, bruh, where have you been? And then the Fallout fucking shit. Bro, fire the people that said Fallout. The Fallout 76 people. Just get rid of them. Get rid of them. Yeah, November 11th, 2011. I remember that. 15 years, yep. Oh my gosh, yep. Never happened. Complete fabrication. Who's he talking to? Okay, I see. Got you. Sony's sudden pivot to they got another community note. They got another community note. Jesus, man. God damn. Another community note. Jesus, man. Yo, just hang it up. Just hang that shit up. I think it's pretty sad that Bethesda hasn't updated their engine since Morrowind. I think they have. I think they have. They updated it, but the thing is, we didn't want him to update it. And how do I? So it's the same engine. Wait, I gotta ask. I gotta see. Hey, what do you think of our girl Ashwagandha pulling 1000s of H1Bs? Yeah, I don't like it. It sounds pretty fucking illegal. Creation is about 14 or 15 years old. First released in November 2011 with Skyrim, and yes, it's still actively used and evolved with Bethesda. Jesus. It was built as a major overhaul work for the older Jimbro engine, which powered Morrowind. First official version, Creation Engine 2011. Okay, so the GameBro engine is different than the Creation Engine, but that same engine that's used in Skyrim is being used today. It's a major update for Creation. Why are you adding numbers? Why? Creation Engine 1, 2, and 3. Why are you doing this? They keep iterating on it because it's deeply customized for their style of huge, moddable, open world RPGs. See, that's the shit I'm talking about. It's the fact that you're begging modders to fucking fix your shit. Switching engines entirely would be extremely costly. You got money. Shut the fuck up. And disruptive for their workflow. You don't got any workflow. So, two things. Your workflow sucks. Okay? You brought out a fake fucking trailer for Elder Scrolls 6. That shit was back in 2018. And the fact that Xbox can take care of that shit, so fuck off with that shit. So what are we talking about here? You know which one, who else I'm kind of mad about? CD Projekt Red getting rid of their Red engine. That Red engine was fucking fine. And then they said, we're dumping that for going for Unreal Engine. And I'm just like, bro, the Red engine was good. Whatever. Switching engines entirely would be extremely costly. It doesn't matter. Major studios often evolve in-house engines over decades. Yeah. It's because they're lazy. I'm sorry. It's because they're lazy. It's one of those moments where, there's spit and duct tape all over the Creation Engine. And they're just like, we still got some good years on this bad boy. And the Creation Engine is just like, please let me die. Goofiest decision they could have made. It is the goofiest. The Red engine is so good. I like it. It was really good. But they can't have the Red engine because their new developers don't know how to use the Red engine. So they just forego it, throw out their older team, and then they, Bethesda. Oh my gosh. Oh man, just switch it. You've already bloated so much of your fucking money. So the whole idea about money is your fucking fault. And the other one was what was the other one? What was the other one? It was money and time. Well, you've been wasting our fucking time. So I don't... But do not forget that Bethesda was the one that brought out the fucking horse armor, okay? They wanted this world where they could just have a live service on a mobile game and on a video game. So they were hungry for revenue, for currency. So it, in a way, they are getting exactly what they deserve, dude. They got rid of the CDPR, got rid of the Red Engine because they lost all the devs that knew how to get used to the fucking thing, to the Rebel Wolves. The dudes making blood of the Dawnwalker. Yeah, exactly, 100%. Here's the thing: you can upgrade any engine. Each and every engine can do realistic stuff if you are willing to add the systems for it. The thing is, though, is like, because they're using the same engine. And by the way, does anybody remember that Fallout Anniversary update where they didn't update anything in the game? They updated the store and everything crashed and fucking got corrupted? That was them. It's if anything, we could... Creation engine couldn't creation engine couldn't even pull off one planet, let alone let you fly everywhere. So let me get this straight: you have an entire fucking JPEG fucking planet. You're outside of the planet on your fucking ship. It's a JPEG planet that just fades to black, loading screen, and then you land on the planet. There's also other planets that are just JPEG, and the way your vehicle moves is like molasses. You think that you're moving around in Starfield, when in actuality you are in a small room in front of a planet. You're in a very small room. Meanwhile, how's No Man's Sky doing? So I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what to tell you. How is it that No Man... Let's just move on to the next thing. Todd Howard is the reason they can't get rid of the creation engine. This dude loves it for some reason. He probably fucks it. No one thought horse armor was going to blow up and make more money than StarCraft 2's DLC. This shitty world is stupid gamers' fault. It's our fault. But the thing is, though, it's just like, how low can you... Like, we have to decide, like, we have to let people know that, like, there are certain individuals within the gaming industry that want to tear down the gaming industry. Game journalists and developers and publishers. But it depends on who they are. I think Todd Howard is here to fuck up the game industry with his bullshit, because he started that bullshit. What PlayStation's going through, I think they're with their bullshit, they're continuing that shit. When it comes to game journalists, name a game journalist. There we go. How are we going to have any sort of accountability when these sort of game journalists do softball answers to developers saying, so, all right, here's the guy, here's Todd Howard, and we could literally ask Todd Howard so many questions. We could get down and dirty with the questions right now with Todd Howard. We could ask some hard-hitting questions to Todd Howard right now. All right, Todd Howard, what's your favorite video game? And I'm like, nigga, fucking out of here. Bro. Bro. So what was your motivation on making this space game? And I'm like, bro, are you going to ask anything else? There's so many hard-hitting questions. You like talk about softball. Well, they don't want to fucking agitate anybody that's a developer or a publisher because they don't want to lose any access. Starfield would have been better with 6 or 9 planets. I'll give them a little bit room. They would do better with 15. But they had to do this fucking weird shit. And I'm just like, what the hell are you doing? 15 curated planets, done. The fact that their Starfield game is getting rolled by a No Man's Sky game with lower graphics is insane to me. Okay. Where are these hoes coming from? Okay, god damn. These hoes be thirsty online, bro. Like somebody introduces a new fucking character in their video game and all these ladies are just like, yo, wouldn't I look good in that? And then they show off their fucking half-naked body and I'm like, I appreciate that, but stop being a hoe. I want to go back to the good old days where Jeff Keighley had to fight Fox News because people were banging in Mass Effect. See, I remember Jeff Keighley asking hard-hitting questions to developers, and then he just fucking became a walking, talking advertisement. They're all advertisements, each and every one of them. Jesus. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing's easy. Warriors and witches, how y'all doing? And God bless. Sorry for the volume on my mic, if it's at all distorted at all. I did some adjustments on the audio, so if there's any sort of distortion, please let me know. And if you're into audio and all that stuff, please let me know what I could do to adjust it. I use OBS Studios. Anyway, let's get back into gaming. PC Gamer had a very cuck sort of communist fucking article that I have to talk about. Bernie Sanders is mad about Xbox layoffs. I like how they chose this picture. It's fucking hilarious. I got some choice words to talk about with Bernie Sanders because yeah, I voted for this nigga a long time ago. Yeah, that was a dumb idea, but I woke up from that shit. The senator from Vermont is pretty chapped about the price hikes too. Why would that even matter? Why? Who cares? Who gives a fuck? U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders is famous for not exactly a friend of powerful corporations. No, let him finish. Let him finish. Calm down. Hold on.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
Calm down. Okay, they're already fucking up. U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders is famous for not exactly a friend of powerful corporations, yet these powerful corporations pop up everywhere because, I mean, that's just how capitalism works. And then at the same time, they want the same fucking corporations to just give them free money at the same time. No, let's keep going. Also, the fact that Bernie Sanders has been very, attached to the pharmaceutical companies and making sure that people, if he just finally found out that if people remain sick, that he'll just keep on getting money through pharmaceuticals. That's the type of person Bernie Sanders is. He's a fucking leech. When people are within the Senate for far too long, there's a problem with that. Let's continue. He's previously called for OpenAI to be broken up, for instance, and earlier this year announced a bill that would pause the construction of data centers within the US. That's true, because, people need homes. to give lawmakers a chance to catch up with and regulate AI companies. But AI isn't Sanders' only PC-centric bugaboo. He doesn't care about AI. Okay? He doesn't care about AI. All right? I'm gonna... He does not care about AI. He's looking to get ahead of AI, but only for his own gain. That's it. This is let me finish. He's also pretty pissed off about the Xbox situation. Last year, Microsoft made $101 billion in profit, got a $12.5 billion tax break from Trump, and paid its CEO $96 million. This year, it's raising the price of an Xbox by $150 and eliminating 32,000 jobs. Please don't tell me corporate tax breaks create jobs. It never trickles down. Now, let's first start off with something. Okay? Xbox isn't making any money. 65 cents of every dollar is just being eroded. Every dollar that they spend, 65 cents of that is out of here. Just out of here, gone. Okay? That sort of thing is a problem of their own making. Trump offered them a get out of jail free card. That's it. A get out of jail free card. And surprise, surprise, when certain people or certain corporations, when they're just like, I don't like Trump, or if any sort of corporate, it doesn't matter, okay? Any sort of corporations, they'll just shut up, they'll bite their lip, and they'll be like, all right, we might need some help here, we might need a tax break, and that's just how business rolls. This whole idea about 32,000 people losing their jobs is of their own fucking making. That's right. It's Xbox's fault. It's the people that lost their job. It's their fault. All those sort of people that lost their jobs deserve it. 100%. They have not been getting money. They've been not making money at all. They've been making negative money. Asha Sharma already showed us that. I have a problem with what Asha Sharma's doing here in a second when it comes to H1B1s, but for some odd reason, I guess Bernie Sanders failed to mention the whole H1B1s that Asha Sharma's bringing in. I don't know why he would do that. A bunch of aliens fucking getting jobs in the expense of Americans. That just kind of slipped out of his mind. He doesn't care about these jobs. They know this. Everybody knows this. The concern is clearly more about deeply unfair and unhealthy oligarchy we're living in. It's not a fucking... It's PC Gamer. What am I talking about? PC Gamer is trying to be relevant. He is the oligarchy. This nigga is the oligarchy. This nigga has how many fucking private jets and how many fucking mansions? He is the fucking oligarchy. This nigga's a fucking communist. Working along fucking AOC and Mamdani. Smiling around going like, hey man, we're ready to fuck up America. Who's with me? When Biden was in office, this nigga didn't do anything but collect money. When Obama was around, this nigga didn't do anything but collect fucking money. That's all he does. He just takes the dollar from the average American. He is a fucking fester within the entire US of A. Everybody knows this. We're waiting for this motherfucker to croak, and we're just like, this nigga's still walking? God damn it. Okay, that was a little too much. God, I'm sorry. I shouldn't wish ill on somebody like that. This nigga just needs to get fired. That's all I'm trying to say. He needs to be let go. You've been here for far too long and you've done nothing for the American people for far too long. Coming out of nowhere. The only reason for him to care about anything regarding to Xbox is because Trump was involved. That's it. That's all there is. This is one of those sort of moments where Bernie Sanders is like the old ex-girlfriend that won't let go, and Trump has moved on from this old ass fucking Jew and found bigger and better things, and Bernie Sanders is like, did Trump have his hands on it? Yo, this is, oh shit, the rich and powerful people. And I'm like, that's you, nigga. That's you. Listen, let me tell you what's going to happen. This tweet is going to happen. The end. That's it. That's all you're going to get. There's not going to be any PC gamer. I don't know why you made this article. The only thing that you're going to get out of Bernie Sanders is like, oh, well, I think, and then he's going to go to sleep. He ain't going to do shit. He only cares about himself. What did he do in regards to the Epstein files that they had, because it was full democracy, full Democrat communist around Biden? What did you guys do when you had literally the Epstein files right in your front door? You had it right there. You're right there. Here you go. Here you go. There you go. Epstein files. There you go. You got it right there. You can break. You can do all these crazy stuff with the Epstein files. You can blow the seal wide open and get Trump or something or whatever. You have a chance to save some lives. They don't give a fuck about that shit. Hell, they're probably fucking in it. And see, and then fucking Trump does it, and then people get pissed when he fucking does it. It's so fucking weird. Nobody cared about the Epstein files here. And then as soon as Trump gets in, he's like, all right, I got some Epstein files. And then people are just like, bro, why do we care? Bro, why do we care? It's so fucking corrosive. I could go on forever on this whole thing. This whole thing is just him just talking and then just moving on. He ain't gonna do shit, because that's all he's done in his life, is just take and take. There's a lot of givers out there. Trust me, have some faith out there. There's a lot of givers, but there are some people that you know that are just takers. Of course, this isn't old Bernardo's first bit of Xbox related criticism. In 2022, he joined with fellow senators Elizabeth Warren, Cory Booker, and Sheldon Whitehouse in calling out Bobby Kotick's golden parachute following Activision's Blizzard's acquisition by Microsoft. That sadly might lead to a certain amount of cynicism about what Sanders and listen. He's just looking for rich people to squeeze. That's it. That's it. That's what he do you think this nigga is out here trying to regulate fucking corporations? Where is Bernie Sanders on the whole physical media thing? Where is he? He's like, man, powerful Sony, multi-billion-dollar fucking powerful Sony PlayStation is milking the fucking average man and taking he's taking the oligarchy is taking the physical discs. Where is that nigga? That's what I fucking thought. Oh, Sony needs to give us money. He ain't doing shit. He ain't doing shit anything about that. That sadly might lead to a certain amount of cynicism about what Sanders and other lawmakers can actually do here. Aside from posting about it, the U.S. Federal Trade Commission actively opposed Activision Blizzard's buyout, but its effort to halt the deal or even just pause it while legal challenges worked their way through the system were repeatedly thwarted. He's just trying to get money off of rich people. That's when you see this nigga, you just need to look at patterns. This nigga just looks for rich people that he hates and wants to take their money. That's it. That's all this nigga is. Watch his fucking debates. No, watch his debates with average people or comedians or even with Joe. Watch how he talks. When the average people talk, even with Joe Rogan was like, you kind of lost us here. And he was just like, you're right. We did lose the American people. And I'm just like, hello? Is there anything else to add? That's who he is. So miss me with this shit. Former FTC chair Lina Khan, who headed up the agency during the acquisition, pointed out in 2025 that Microsoft's actions since the merger are pretty much exactly what she tried to warn everyone about. What do you mean warn? You wanted to make sure that a whole bunch of fucking jobs that were you were constantly. Is this a stock thing? I just thought about it. Is this a stock trader thing? I just thought about it. Is this just Asha Sharma? Are we being racist, Bernie Sanders, to the Indian woman who's trying to clean up Xbox and make things better for, well, make things better for the average gamer? It's like, yeah, we need to get rid of a lot of people and start working to, be more cohesive and efficient. And then Bernie Sanders saw his stock and he was just like, this is an outrage. We liked it when you spend it, when you lost money because it came to me. The oligarchy was working in my favor. I mean, the oligarchy has to go. I mean, my bad. So what do we... I wonder what they're saying on the PC gamer people. Another fat fuck. Oh, no way. 96 million a year. I'd love to hear how anyone could possibly be worth that as a CEO. Did they really make that much of a difference to the business? Let's keep going. Bro fires up his Xbox whenever he gets the chance. You're gonna donate one of his houses to any fired devs? It's like, nobody cares about the fired devs. You need to take a closer look at what his tax plan actually is. He's a big hint. He's not trying to tax working people. He's like, that's right, you keep licking them billionaire boots, Jimmy. Worked real well for this. He's not wrong to be angry. He's not even angry. He's not. I was trying to hint at it in my original comment, but yeah, to be blatant, it's capitalism all the way down. Duh, it's capitalism. Would you just wake up and think that you were in fucking Russia? It's like, oh yeah, bleh, yeah. The corporations own my shit. Yeah, is that what? Then go to fucking China or something. It's like, Jesus. Oh my god. Anyway, that's all I got to say on it. Let's see what chat has. Well, is he wishing ill on people so he can just make money off their illness? Yes, he is. Old man yells at cloud. True. I'm pretty sure Bernie believes that violent video games are the reason we have mass shootings and school shootings. I don't... He was alive during that time. I'm pretty sure he didn't give a fuck then. Boomers are also the ones that made a shot ton of money and then pulled the ladder up behind them. We actually have to talk about PlayStation doing the same thing. And that's what they all do. I really hate boomers trying to open their mouths about anything to do with tech or gaming. They are just ignorant in the field since they didn't grow up with the tech. They're ignorant with not only the tech, but they're also ignorant of what happens when the product that you're selling doesn't work out with the gamer, and then you get fired. So you were okay with 14 different iterations of like the overpopulation of Xbox employees filling Xbox, and just there was no cohesion or efficiency. He was okay with that. He was cool with that. He was cool with that. Okay. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, he's made a mint shilling for pharma. Exactly. But anyway, we're gonna leave it at that. Let me just tell you at the end, guys. This guy doesn't give a fuck about you. He doesn't give a fuck about anyone. He's just okay with fucking having his planes, his jets, his fucking houses. He got another house, by the way, just letting you know. The oligarchy, am I right? He complains about like bullshit that's basically him. He doesn't do anything but take. And these are the types of people that you just gotta say fuck you and move along. That's all I gotta say. If Bernie even understands the context, the dude was a Gen Z millennial staffer who makes these tweets and press release. Said staffer gives old man bullet points to repeat ad nauseum. Maybe it's like a fucking political ploy to be like, bro, he's here for the gamers. He's not. He's not. The industry is completely bloated. All politicians are hypocritical bullshitters in a suit. True. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, it's bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Water H2O. Water H2O. What the fuck is this? Here we go. Change it up. Okay. Asha is about to make Xbox look like Canada. Yeah, I'm okay with Xbox fucking Thanos snapping a whole bunch of people, but I'm not okay with the H1B ones that I saw. I was kind of like flabbergasted about that shit. I think we'll talk about Xbox here in a minute. Okay. So, little side activity here. Blizzard is handing over Overwatch's PC publishing rights in South Korea to Nexon, with the change taking effect on August 12th. From that date, Nexon will manage the game's live service in South Korea, including player support, local events, and regional content. Blizzard will continue developing Overwatch and will retain full ownership of the game and its IP. Nexon CEO Jung Hoon Lee said the company has been working closely with Blizzard and wants to deliver the best in class live operations and hyper localization for Korean players. He also said the partnership is about creating the best possible Overwatch experience in South Korea. Now, as much as I wish that Overwatch was going to be handed over to Nexon, where a bunch of South Koreans would be like, let's take care of these characters. And I don't think that's going to be it. I think with Nexon, it's just going to be exactly what it is. that manage the game's live service and, you know, and player support, local events, and regional content. That's pretty much it for the extent of it, and nothing else. Pretty much publishing and that sort of thing. They're not going to be the primary developers, unfortunately. I see some people down here thinking that, like, oh man, they're going to help out. I hope that was the case, but we'll see, because it's funny, it's hilarious, but I don't see them doing anything in regards to making the characters hotter in that sort of case. Let's see down here what people are saying. Savvy's saying LOL. It is funny, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Looks like good skins and hot characters are back on the menu. I don't know. Korea exclusive? No, it's not. You didn't read. Still overslap. There might be more. There might be more to this. Nexon will manage the game's live service in South Korea, including player support, local events. They're the publishers. Well, oh shit, hold on. Blizzard is handing out Overwatch PC publishing rights in South Korea to Nexon. Publishing rights. Blizzard will continue developing Overwatch and will retain full ownership of the game and its IP. Yeah, see, that'll still be a thing. Yeah, since that's still there, I don't think it's going to say. Oh, what the hell is hyper localization? Removing things that are not magnetizable over there, like being LG TV plus for something. They're in particular one. Now that might be one good thing. Removing things that are not magnetizable over there, like being LG TV plus for something they are in particular, they don't particularly want. They don't. Blizzard, Chinese and Korean players, non-Chinese and Korean players, they're content creators except one who makes Kiriko skins. That's what I think, because it's for the Chinese and Korean players, so you're gonna get a different experience when it compared to Korea and then the non-Chinese and Korean players. So yeah. But how will this impact the adult fan videos? Have you seen the first Descent? You don't have anything to worry about. So basically, it's what Overwatch was supposed to be. Sign me up. I don't know, man. It's some good news, but we'll see. The Koreans' biggest sore loser, cheaters, aimbot, wall hack. I don't give a fuck. I don't like live services anyway. Basically, Blizzard can't make a game worth a shit anymore. It's the publishing rights, though. I don't know. I don't think it has to do with the design. You have to remember that Asians are very respectful, especially when it comes to people's art style. So Blizzard will continue developing Overwatch and will retain full ownership of the game and its IP. So they're still going to do that. But when it comes to like localization, yeah, they'll be dealing with like voice lines and stuff like that. But when it comes to the way the characters look, that's Blizzard. Nexon CEO Jung Lee said the company has been working closely with Blizzard and wants to deliver the best-in-class live operations and hyper-localization for Korean players. So it ain't for us. So as much as this is good news for Korean players, at least, this ain't gonna be anything for us. So unfortunately, it's not much we can go on. Now, if for some odd reason Nexon was given what Overwatch was given to Nexon, that's a different story. That's a completely different story. Completely different story. We gotta fucking talk about this shit. We gotta talk about this shit. We'll talk about the Bethesda thing here in a second. Jesus. Woo, woo. Let me calm down because I'm gonna get mad. I know I'm gonna get mad. Oh shit. They added Jubilee to Marvel Rivals. Well, Overwatch, you're done. You're done. Yeah, Jubilee looks hot. Unleash your inner Hulk? I will. Should I add this? We'll see. No. Yeah, it's already part of it. Okay. Let's add something more. Give me something. Could do better than that. Okay. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing's easy. Warriors and witches, how y'all doing? And God bless. I'm sorry for the audio if you start to notice any sort of distortion. If there's any distortion with how I sound in this video, let me know down below. And if there's any audio people out there, yeah, let me know what I could adjust on my audio. But anyway, let's talk about PlayStation, because PlayStation just came out and showed their hand, and I'm so glad that economic analysts found this shit out of fucking nowhere, because I'm pretty sure the Sony president, CEO, Totoki, really doesn't want this information out. But maybe he's just got some brass ball and he just doesn't give a fuck. So just days after PlayStation announced that all new games will be digital only starting in 2028, Sony president and CEO Hiroki Totoki sold 225,000 Sony shares. According to a recent SEC filing, Totoki sold the shares on July 3rd for an estimate of $4.73 million. What is this old nigga gonna use the money for? Bitches and hoes, probably taking care of his family. Who knows? I don't care. This is insider trading at its finest. Let's keep going. The sale represented 56.5% of his holdings in that case of Sony stock, leaving him with 173,250 shares. The stock sale happened shortly after Sony announced its move toward an all-digital future for new PlayStation games after huge backlash from everyone. He's trying to dip out. He's trying to jump ship. He said, fuck, it's like, I don't even play fucking video games. How do I fuck them up? We are getting a taste of what it's like to work around a Japanese fucking corporation, okay? Imagine all those fucking other Japanese men that work in these corporations that fucking don't get any sleep. This is who they work under. This is the type of snake that they work under. This type of person right here. They don't give a fuck about the employees. They don't give a fuck about the game. They don't give a fuck about the culture. They don't give a fuck about the disc. His only focus is him and him alone. That's what this is. He don't give a fuck about. He give a fuck about Sony. You want to know the funny thing about this whole thing is the fact that they said in this list over here, because I want to talk about this right now. They said currently when Sony sells the first party, no, it's not that one. Sony considers that it's a digital player base and already large enough to do without those who continue buying games in physical. They don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about you at all. This is coming from Bloomberg, Jason Schreier, that little fucking goblin little kid. You know him. The company will not change its retail distribution model. Stores will continue selling boxes, but these will only include digital code. They don't give a fuck about you. And in a way, it's kind of true. Because a lot of this stuff is online, but there's online and then there's real life. Because a lot of normal people will just buy a game and be like, is it good or is it bad? That's it. But my biggest thing is why don't you just wait like around GTA? You know what I mean? So let me see this. The investors are putting in a lot of money. Don't you think the investors around GTA coming out would also be doing things around GTA's opening? I'm just trying to figure this out because GTA is their magnum opus. I'm over here thinking to myself, well, why don't you do it around that time period and then start selling? And then I'm thinking to myself, oh, okay, that it makes sense. So let me try to do the math. Chat, can you help me? Can you help me for a second? Because investors flooded the stock on Sony right now. Don't you think that their stock would get even higher around GTA? Because they said that they don't need you anymore. They don't need you anymore. Their stock would increase around GTA 6 opening, correct? Okay, correct. Their stock would increase when GTA 6 comes out. So why didn't he do it then? Is this post-nut clarity? GTA stock fell when the 80 to 100 announcement came out. They expected to sell for more. Okay, interesting. Because I'm just curious. Because that's my prime focus right now. It's like, wouldn't it make sense that I'm thinking that he's jumping ship a little too early. So why now? So maybe we are making an effect on these sort of individuals. I think we are. Currently, when Sony sells a first-party physical game to a retailer, the latter gets around 30% of the sale. We know that you get less when there's a second. We know that you get less money when it comes from a third party. Duh. Stupid. We know that. That's why you want to eliminate the middleman. As a result, the company expects to significantly increase profit margins. Well, here's the funny thing though. There's a lot of people online, but there's a massive amount of people offline in the real world walking amongst us. And so you're not going to be able to do any sort of walking around like, oh shit, there's GTA. They're gonna open their box and notice that they're gonna get a code, and they're gonna have to, each and every individual that buys GTA 6 is going to be like, well, I don't know anything about this. So they're gonna buy it over there and they're gonna open up their case and see a code, and they're gonna ask themselves, why the fuck did I drive over here to GameSpot stop or EB Games only to get a code? And then they have to ask themselves, well, fuck, man, Do I actually own my games? Because now I got a code, and why the fuck am I here? I like my physical, because they're not getting the information. People online that are chronically online, like us, got that information. They didn't. They know when the game comes out, but that's pretty much it. They don't know anything about this insider trading. So now we're going to get this weird amalgamation moment where a lot of normal people are going to be like, did you guys get a code in a box? Let's continue. Additional information from other reports. Sony would be convinced that over time, most players will end up accepting the transition to a 100% digital ecosystem. This is up to us right now. This is up to us right now. You have to decide who you want your games from right now. This is probably between here and 28 is the last bastion of how things will settle. Because I think after what came out with the whole no longer physical discs, we can say, oh shit, it's kind of our fault. But at the same time, we have a little bit of time to show them exactly who they are. Xbox is not going to help you. PlayStation's not going to help you. PlayStation, don't give. Xbox is going to do the same exact thing, and they got Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass. What happens when you fucking cancel your subscription? That's right, your games are gone. They can get rid of your games just as much as them. Oh, and by the way, after 36 months of not using your PlayStation, gone. The next PlayStation 6, that's going to be like $1,200 for the next PlayStation, only to find out that the next PlayStation is operating on old hardware again. Let's keep going, because they think you're fucking cattle. They are saying it boldly and loudly because this is who we are, and we have an option to decide where we're gonna go from now on. What are you gonna be? The company believes that users will continue supporting PlayStation even without the option to buy physical games. Hell, they even said at the beginning that they actually don't fucking need you. The digital player base is already large enough to do without those who continue buying games in physical forms, which is weird though, because wouldn't that, you just canceled one portion of something that made you fucking special. It did. You're operating on hardware, and hardware is your business. When you don't have that, why the fuck would anybody want to like deal with you, especially when you're gonna have a $1,000 fucking system or a $1,200 system on your next system? They might as well just, that's what they're gonna say. They're gonna be like, I might as well just go PC, bruh. Because you are not the fucking player, you are not the customer anymore, it's the investor. The company believes that users will continue supporting PlayStation even without the option to buy physical games. Additionally, they consider that it is not necessary to maintain direct communication with fans about this decision, as they trust in the strength of the brand and the loyalty of their community. You will play their games, you will rent their games, and be fucking happy. Do you want to be a permanent resident at this rental store? Is that what you want? It's up to you. It's up to all of them. And so this one, I can't even make a fucking funny joke out of this shit, because I just want to fucking punch a wall. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm good. Folks really need to accept the disc format is going to go down in history. I love them, but since it's like, no, it's not. It was just fine. It's cuck. Yeah, it's just cuck behavior. What the fuck was that? It's like, why do they keep repeating things that aren't true? Most games come on disc, including... It's what made PlayStation special. It did. What a shame that I can no longer buy books because they were replaced by PDFs and music CDs or vinyls. Oh, wait. That's right, it didn't. It's bootlegging. That's what it is. Nobody should accept that bullshit. How the fuck are we gonna accept that some damn company owns your ass in video? That's its ownership, its control. This is not some sort of, oh shit, well, you guys seem to like digital more than physical, we're gonna cut you off. It's not that. It's, you guys are getting discounts at Target and Walmart. I fucking hate that. Goodbye. That's it. They literally say it on the list, and these people can't figure that shit out. It's like, basically, our fans are idiots, and over time, they're gonna swallow everything we give them. Pretty much. People will mainly refuse to buy this shitty console that the PS6 will be. A bunch of ungrateful bastards. People are pissed, but I'd like to hear something a little bit more illogical. The fucking arrogant statement, fuck you, Sony. There's a lot of people that are fucking upset right now. There's a lot of people that are upset. Yep, they want 100% profit greed. It's profit greed 100%. And so we are at this moment where we have to say no discs, no buy. And so they're only... Oh, and also, here's another thing. Are there any good games on PlayStation right now as an exclusive? No. No, there's not. They got GTA 6 at the moment, and that's it. That's it. And also, we didn't even get gameplay on GTA 6. We don't even know if it's gonna fucking run. Hell, for all we know, when they show off the fucking gameplay for GTA 6, it might be a fucking lie. It might be through the fucking through a fucking PC. When you have to buy directly from the shitty store, who's to say they won't jack the prices up even more when they already are? I bet you they want to pump the prices up to 100 to 150. They want to, but they gotta be... I mean, they want to, obviously. I think every company wants to up the price and get more money. But the thing is, though, is that they don't get a good share amount of the money when it comes to like GameStop, Target, all these other places. They want you to come straight to the source, and that's their store. But the thing is, once they do that, there's not going to be any sort of PlayStation sort of section within Walmart, Target. They'll slowly and surely be forgotten because most regular people are not focused on this shit. There's not going to be an electronic section hosting Xbox and PlayStation because there's not going to be any games in there. I mean, I heard that they're going to put a code in a box, but people won't notice. People are going to question why there's a code inside the box. And why did I come here to purchase a game only to get a code? And so I think that's why this fucking weasel fuck is leaving. He fucking put a ninja garb around his mouth and fucking hiked a bag of money over his bag and jumped over a fucking fence. This guy's like, please shut up about physical discs. Over 80% of consumers are already digital. You should, and he's fucking get roasted. 483 comments and 76 likes. I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. You're getting bodied in the comments. He's getting bodied in the comments. Huge backlash from bots and engagement farmers, you mean? Most people do not care. In a way, he's kind of true. But once the normal people find out that there's no game inside of the physical, they're gonna be like, what the hell are we doing? And so we're gonna find out real quick. This at the same time as a RAM collapse is clearly a coordinated movement that will lead to leasing services for everything entertainment. Yes, everything's going to be a subscription. That's what it's going to be. I think this is why PC gaming is probably at an all-time high when it comes to ownership, and also the fact that there's actually competition within PC gaming. I actually own my games on GOG. I could shut down GOG right now and just go to my fucking files, play Tomb Raider, boom, bada bing, don't need it. I find it kind of bullshit this is only happening to video games. Movies have physical, music still has CDs and vinyls and books. Well, that's the thing though. Sony are in charge of Blu-rays. They want to shut those down as well. Sony is in charge of the whole fucking Blu-ray thing. And then there's Spotify that fucking is just like, well, why do you want to go to a music place when you could just go to Spotify? It's all a fucking corporation fucking sting. Give it enough time? Yeah. See, it's all up to us to figure out once all we need. This is all we need. Let me tell you, this is all we need. We need to let people know that they don't own their shit. Because I'll tell you right now, do you think that if we just changed the words on PlayStation Store, let's go to the PlayStation Store right now. If we go to this PlayStation Store, look at the full prices of these video games. If we go to these PlayStation stores, what the fuck is this? Anyway, moving on. If you go to these PlayStation stores and they say rent for $99.99, would you buy that? Buy? Rent NBA 2K26, rent Assassin's Creed, rent Wolverine, rent, not buy. It says rent. I like the fact, let me see, let's see for a second, because it'll be pre-order. Let's go over here. What's a game? This game is out. Pre-order. Oh, I guess some people got it early, I guess. Let me find a game that's already out. Wait, is this the only games you got? Okay, come on. Resident Evil. That's a good one. Add to cart. You would add to cart. Let's go. Yeah. You know, I would have to sign in. Yeah, fuck that shit. Well, if you added to cart and got on right there, let's buy a PS5. Do you even own your PS5? If you go on here, it's going to lie to you and say, buy this game, buy this game, buy Wolverine, pre-order now, pre-order now. There's find out more. If you go to these websites, to this website, let me find some games. I want to find games. Give me something. PS5 games. Find out more on Ghost of Yotei. Well, let's say Saros. Find out Saros. I rest my case. I rest my fucking case. There it is. There it is. You want to do a game trial? You want to subscribe? Add to cart. And also, letting everybody know that they're going to up the PlayStation Plus price as well. That's going to happen as well. So it's the arrogance. The arrogance. They'll say, it's like, it'll say buy card. Yeah, it'll say buy card or something like that. anything to get ahead within like a court system or something like that. And so we will see how this goes, but we need to right now, two things have to happen. You have to stop buying PlayStation games for one, and that's going to be difficult, but you have to be not. But the biggest one that has to be known across the board is the fact that you are renting the game. You are renting the game. The PlayStation Plus is a huge ripoff. The fact that you need to pay to access your internet, you already pay for it, is fucking criminal. I thought about, bro, ever since that fucking happened, I thought it was complete and utter bullshit. And then we just let it go. And then we just let that shit slide. It's cool to see people like quitting their subscriptions. But the fact that you want to know something? Here's something. Here we go. Some PlayStation Plus users are getting a 50% discount when they try to rage cancel their subscription to protests. Players have reported seeing the offer just before confirming their cancellation. Some received 50% off a 3-month PlayStation Plus extra plan, while others were offered discounts on a 12-month subscription. The offer doesn't appear to be available to everyone. They want you in, and they don't want you fucking out. I can't make jokes on this video. I'm just angry. I made a little bit of jokes. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make this entertaining. But I am mad right now. But the only thing we can do right now is to let people know. You got a PlayStation game? You got a PlayStation station game? That's great. You don't own your games. Which game are you renting today? And that's all I got to say on that. They also offer steep discounts if you don't play as much. If you play regularly, they hike the game prices up. It's insane how this is legal. It's quite a shame that Bernie Sanders isn't here to talk about this, isn't it? Interesting. A multi-billion-dollar company. Where is he? I thought he was all about this. Oh man. Oh man, never mind then. I guess I was wrong then. My bad. They're trying to keep the whales. I feel like everybody's a whale if you're on PlayStation. But yeah, I feel ya. I got one more in me. Then I want to get off and play Prince of Persia. My first time playing. Love the game. Appreciate y'all being here. Thank you for the support. Much appreciated. A lot of people in here. I don't know how I grew. Maybe it's because I'm stupid. Oh, man. Dynamic pricing is everywhere now. Don't shop online without a VPN. You're not wrong. I kind of don't trust VPNs as well, but yeah. VPN players is what I call illegals. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, God. Okay. I can't speak for anyone, but I think you're blowing up because you get angry. I'm not gonna be Angry Joe, but I'll just do my own thing. I miss that fucking I miss that when Angry Joe would just fucking call that shit out. But whatever, man. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I think you're growing because you don't have a filter and are authentic. I told you guys. What did I tell you guys? If I grew, I'm going to what? Take this seriously, but I'm not going to change how I talk. That's just how it goes. That's just how it is. I'm most likely probably going to get banned off of Twitch because I say the F word a lot. But yeah, I'll probably move over to I'll probably focus on Rumble and YouTube if that happens. Your content is great. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Shit. Talking too much. Bro, Power World is about to come out. Power World is like coming out. Are they bringing back Flight? Wait. We need to watch this. Okay. The God of War and Stellar Blade vids brought me here. Incredibly based vids. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more funny, but yeah, yeah. And I got pissed about the PlayStation thing. I think I got 2 jokes inside that PlayStation thing, but I barely could. I was just mad. And you're cool, brother. These others suck toes. I suck toes too, but whatever. Let's look at this trailer. Yeah, see, it shows the Power Ball. Like, they literally show the ball at the beginning. That's one of the lawsuits that they had. And now they're showing the ball again for the 1.0 cinematic trailer. So we keep the spheres, okay? That's one. Now let's look at the other lawsuit. Cool. And then they show Flight. They show that you're riding the POW. So I'm over here just like, that was 2 of the lawsuits that was bloated, that should have never been in conversation. And I'm just wondering, are they going to keep the Flight and they're going to keep they just showed us, right? Never play Power World, probably will get it in the future. Yeah, it's a pretty good game, man. Wait. Is it on sale right now? I think it is. But yeah, it's like, I'm like, that's like the 2 things that they show in their 1.0 trailer. So I'm thinking to myself, let's is Is Pal World keeping spheres and Pal Flight? Yes, Pal World is still keeping Pal Spheres. Likely what you meant by spheres. Yeah, I spelled that wrong. Shut up. The Pal Flights mounts, but with some lawsuit related changes. Core feature intact for the Pal Spheres. Flying mounts fully. Oh, shit. Flying mounts fully available. You can still ride and fly on flying pals, etc. Plus others like for oh, thank God this hasn't been removed. Gliding change pals that used to let you glide directly on them, like Gala, no longer do that visually. You now have to use a separate glider item, and those pals give passive buffs instead. This was also lawsuit related. So the flying mounts are still there. Upcoming one. The changes were compromises to keep the game alive during the legal battle. Overall gameplay is still very much about spheres and flying around on pals. If you're coming back, the core loop is alive and well. Well, the gliding ones, I want that out. I want to fuck. There must be a mod for that. I wonder if there is. Power World gliding turn mod. Oh shit. There's how to roll back Pal World so you can have the glider pals on PC. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, how many downloads? That's not many downloads. Why is there not many downloads on that? Let me see the post. It works, but it kind of doesn't work. There must be another mod for that because I saw a whole bunch. Let me see. I'll roll back the Pal Gliders. When was this? A year ago? This will download a new separate instance of the game that will not update. We're going to have to wait and see when 1.0 comes out because they're going to have to update their mods when 1.0 comes out. Just use this mod. What is this mod? Glider Restoration. Okay, these are the downloads. These are the gliding downloads. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, see, that's the gliding. Yeah, restoration. Yeah, see, okay. This seems like a lot of, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna have to come back to this later and then see about that glide restoration. Oh, there's a restoration in the Steam Workshop. Now we're talking, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, you can't take this from me, Nintendo. Fuck you, Nintendo. All right, cool. At this point, we should have known this, but when we were kids playing video games, these are corporations working for themselves and they only care about themselves. We're going to have to throw Gabe Newell in there as well because let's be honest, Steam operates on licenses as well. I think the only ones that don't operate on a license are the Valve games in particular. But you do keep your games as long as you don't get banned on Steam. You still keep your games, but just don't get banned. Can you? Well, that's a good question. Can you? No, you can play Steam games offline. You can play Steam games offline that don't require multiplayer, but you got to be a good boy on Steam, and that's pretty much it. My prime concern is, well, two things. the fact that you have to be a good boy, and the other one is the fact that, like, what if Steam just no longer operated? It's not going to happen anytime soon, but it's always a thought. I'm wondering if Gabe has ever thought about like changing that, or finding a way to be like, hey, just letting you know each and every game. Like, that's gonna be funny because they got a new thing coming out right now. They got a new thing coming out soon on Steam where you could check your PC before you purchase or try a video game to see if the game works. Like, you don't know if the game is bad or good. We need to check to see if the game first works, right? So they're gonna add a new software system that lets you check the game before do some testing before the game ends. Before you buy it. So I find that kind of, a lot of developers are gonna get pissed at that. Where it's like, I know I fucking got a buggy game, but you gotta fucking tell them before they buy the game. And I'm like, yes, nigga. Yes.
Remember whenever everyone was crashing out and they were saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe Trump capitulated to Iran. I can't believe."
I don't care about that right now. I'll watch that later. Okay, back to it. I'll get that not DLC, but I'll get that later. Okay. Talk about the last one, gentlemen. I know I was off topic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I know I was off topic. Alright. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode where nothing's easy. Warriors and wenches, how y'all doing? And God bless. Just a heads up that there might be some distortion within my mic. There's probably been distortion in my mic for a while. I've been trying to do a few adjustments. So if you notice any distortion, let me know down below. I would like to make sure that there's no distortion. Maybe it's the mic and I just gotta get rid of this old piece of shit and just get a new one. It could be that. I'll deal with that later. But anyway, let's get into the topic. Let's talk about Bethesda and Asha Sharma. Bethesda will be overhauled as part of today's Xbox changes to focus on key franchises going forward: Fallout, Elder Scrolls, Doom, Quake, and Wolfenstein. Todd Howard is going like, what about my Starfield game? And then this Indian princess comes up behind him with a fucking Glock saying like, boy, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Now, I find it very fucking hilarious that that is the prime focus that fucking Xbox has told them. That they've been overhauled, that some of them have been laid off, and they literally just said, put that Starfield game away. Get that shit out of here. Get out of here. But I know that I mentioned Elder Scrolls 6 many years ago, and Skyrim is an old game, but let's focus on a brand new game. No, Todd Howard, we need to get that fucking idea that Todd Howard is a good fucking guy that knows how to make games. That shit is gone, baby. That shit's out the window. We need to realize that Todd Howard was the person that added the fucking whole armor and shit. Oh, well, at least this team did. Todd Howard was part of the whole Fallout mobile game. Todd Howard was responsible for Fallout 76. Who wants to play Fallout 76? That's what I fucking thought. He was the person that wanted to make Fallout fucking the series on Amazon. And how's that shit's going? I like how the first 4 episodes of Fallout were good, and then after that they just had to be woke. I just find it fucking hilarious. The first 4 episodes, and then they just turned to shit. Absolutely. And don't even try to do the second season of Fallout on Amazon. It's just not fucking worth it. It's just it's just intersectional like feminism 101 all over the place. It's just it's weird. It's just fuck it. It's just woke. But anyway, we want to fear over here that Asha Sharma's not so much of a good person here, as in Xbox Indian CEO Asha Sharma just announced that firing 32,000 Americans, lousy fucking horrible fucking not even working well Americans. There might be some good apples there, but those developers will make better games on their own. I hope on their own, because the rest of them have been a fucking stain on the gaming community. She filed for 5,000 H-1B1 visas hires this year. Asha was appointed CEO. We already know. Asha, but we got a community note. Let's read this together. Asha Sharma is an American citizen born in Wisconsin. Thank you. We are aware that she's American. Who is she hiring? Who did this community note? Layoffs, the 32,000 layoffs she announced affect Xbox global workforce. Yeah, they weren't working. Yeah, that workforce, they weren't working. Thank you. Not just Americans. It's like... Additionally, Microsoft... What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Asha Sharma is an American citizen born... Yeah, we already know that. The 32,000 layoffs she announced affects Xbox global workforce, not just Americans. Oh, that's... I mean, it's kind of true that... Let me get this straight. Why did you add not just Americans? Additionally, Microsoft filed for roughly 2,900 H-1B1 applicants company-wide in the fiscal year of 2026, not 5,000 for Xbox. Well, thank you for giving me the right number. I don't know why you brought up the fact that she's an American. I don't know why they brought that up. It's like if somebody was joking that Asha Sharma is not a fucking American, then you fell for the fucking bait, okay? You fell for the bait. Let's focus on the people that are not Americans. We're talking about the VPN fucking players. That's right, the VPN players that she's trying to bring in. 29, that's still a lot of fucking people, but thank you for the proper number. 2,900 H-1B1 applicants. We cannot have this happen at all. This needs to be shut down. And, well, a Republican senator and a representative already knows about this, and now they're going to take care of it. This is insane. Legal immigration is a major problem. These companies, especially big tech, are abusing these immigration programs to replace American workers with foreign workers. No more. It's long past time to end the H-1B1 scam. The thing is, though, Savvy says something that I fucking agree with. I have a lot of information on not only what's driving this, but global censorship efforts too. It's like this across a lot of companies. If I can, I'd love to DM you or come deliver that info. I would love to hear about that. I would love to hear about that. If she can. I'm going to give her a like so she can hear more about that. The thing is, though, is like, you have to do something about it. A lot of fucking politicians, and somebody said it in chat, is that some of these politicians are just all fluff. Maybe this person could work to our benefit as Americans, but we will see. This whole like, yo, this is insane. You gotta do something. You gotta be active. You can't just talk about stuff. You can't just be like, well, oh man, this is crazy. Oh man. You can't be like Bernie Sanders. You can't be like this individual. I appreciate you seeing the information, but you have to stand up and fucking do something about it. Now, let's talk about the fact that now when they actually hire Americans, I hope those Americans actually, you know how to make video games. And when they're working within Xbox, they focus on the gamer. I hope that happens. That would be great. Anyway, let's get back to Bethesda. Bethesda has been in a constant spiral on what their identity is. Starfield just makes me remember Azheel's babyface when he talks about fucking pronouns. That's it. That's their only fucking thing that anybody remembers, is the fact that Az made a fucking hilarious fucking video about fucking pronouns in Starfield, which, by the way, it's fucking hilarious that you get stunted by one fucking YouTuber. Anyway, let's keep on going. So, what has Bethesda been doing lately? Well, nothing really. I've been hearing that they've been working on Elder Scrolls 6, but when did that start? No, that's a serious question. When did that start for their next Elder Scrolls game? We've been patiently waiting. And, oh, you want to focus on like, oh man, well, they had help with the whole, Oblivion remaster. Well, guess what? Even though it did sell well, it was subversive how they dealt with the Oblivion remastered. There was a lot of censorship. There was a few changes that they did within that game that I didn't necessarily like. And a lot of people actually, I was surprised that Reddit left it open, that there was a lot of subversive bullshit that they added within the remaster. It's like, are you going to let go of the DEI initiatives? Don't you think that's kind of hurtful for your own brand to be like, oh shit, we had this in our Oblivion game, we should change it because we were naughty boys. We were not. Oh, we had characters that were naked with their tits out. Oh no, we were naughty boys. We need to change that. Oh, there's a statue with a certain girl looking a certain way. We need to change that. Doesn't that fucking disgust you? That somebody worked their ass off within Bethesda to give you that art style, and then you come over and then you erase that shit. Doesn't that at all affect you in any sort of way? Now, no, think about it for a second. Let's just say you have a daughter and she draws with her crayons, and you love your daughter, and she's got this little book where she draws her stuff, and then it's been years, it's been ages, and your daughter's like 19 or 21 or whatever, and then she comes back, and then dad's like, yo, I noticed you had some mistakes in your drawing when you were a kid, so I just made the drawings better. It's the same thing. It's the elimination of culture. It's the elimination of art. It's the elimination of free will and expressing yourself. No, not fucking LGBT. I know you want to put another fucking rainbow logo on to act like you're some fucking, ooh, we stand for the gays, and then you're gonna turn it off when July hits. Not that shit, okay? I'm talking about actual fucking art. These ESG scores are not helping them in any fucking form. You're still getting fired. You're still getting layoffs. You're still getting like constant delays. You're gonna talk to us about like, oh man, well, getting rid of the creation engine would cost too much money. Are you making money now? I'm just serious. Are you making money now? Don't tell me it's like, oh shit, ZeniMax with Elder Scrolls Online there's not enough people on Elder Scrolls Online. Ain't nobody give a fuck about that shit. Look up on here. I know this is Bethesda, but Bethesda is linked in with Elder Scrolls Online, even though that's ZeniMax. Fallout, Elder Scrolls, Doom, Quake, and Wolfenstein. They literally forced you to focus on Quake. They forced you to get on Wolfenstein. I like Wolfenstein. They're forcing you to get back on Elder Scrolls. The biggest one is probably Quake, because there's a lot of fans of Quake. A lot of fans of Quake. And you just fucking Andy from fucking Toy Story where you drop the toy and shit. I don't want to play with you anymore. You just threw that shit away. Kind of reminds me of fucking Ubisoft when they threw away Splinter Cell. I'm over here like, what the fuck are you doing? We got Splinter Cell. What the hell are we doing? This is what I'm talking about, is that these developers, even with Ubisoft, but we're going to talk about Bethesda, these developers have, their ego has blown way out of the waters. You don't know how big their ego is. You remember when Todd Howard came out and said like, well, maybe you need to get a better PC? Fuck you. Elder Scrolls 6 will be absolute garbage. It's being built by enormous ugly hogs. The only thing these beastly looking Karens know is how to run a subreddit. True. I'm fucking true. And let's not forget what you guys fucking put about Charlie Kirk. Yeah, I remember that shit. You think I fucking forgot? And then you tried to retaliate when people found out. And then you did the fucking Indiana Jones thing where it's like, you don't care much about these fascists, do you? Really? This low-hanging fruit sucking bullshit? Is that what you're gonna do? You have no moral high ground here. All of you are fucking slaves. And I need you to make a fucking good game. And if you don't make a good fucking game, then we're not gonna fucking play it. That's it. End of the story. That's all. It was like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. To me, even worse is inserting script writers' own interpretations and ideas to the mind of an author, and the better final product is, the more subversive it becomes. That's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. The same thing that we heard about with Xbox when they said that there's too many layers to their workflow, that when we get information, we either don't get it or we're slow to react to the point that we're going to get it. That's the same thing but what each studio has. Bethesda has the same thing, where we tell Bethesda, bro, we don't want this. And then they're just like, well, I think you'll enjoy the game. Are you serious right now? Let's check out something real quick. Let's check out something. Let's do a little SteamDB. Chart. You guys made a lot of money off of your name alone and the video game, I guess. Well, I would say the video game too. But the time that you made the game, your games are known for what? Your games are known for having a lot of replayability. What the hell is this? Your games are widely known for having high replayability. What the hell is this? Now let's see. Skyrim. Bro. What are we doing? What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? What's this? What's this? By the way, don't look at the all-time peak. This game has many iterations. A lot of people know Skyrim. It's a cultural phenomenon about Skyrim. Skyrim is widely known. Skyrim is everywhere, okay? So don't think about this 69,000. Don't think about that. There's still many more people playing this game right now, while Starfield barely reaching 4,000 people. So it's this sort of idea that, by the way, 370k reviews and 174k reviews. You are Bethesda. You got less reviews for your newer game? Is that where you want to go? Starfield is a boring game. It's a fucking snooze fest. So we will see what they do in the future. By the way, you're not going to own your game, by the way, whenever Elder Scrolls comes out. I just thought I'd let you know that. Before people forget, you're not going to own your game when it comes to Elder Scrolls. If you buy it on the consoles, okay? You got to have a Game Pass, okay? Or they can fucking shut your shit off whenever. But we'll see. We'll see. Everything's a license now. I want to keep on letting people know that you're not going to own your shit. So do what you can and let them know that you don't want this. All right? All right. Oh, boy. What up? Elder Scrolls 6 is cooked. The nose ring is? Bro, I'm not playing that game. What are they going to introduce? Honestly, what are they going to introduce? Honestly, what? I don't feel it. I don't feel it. You want a real Starfield? Play the Mass Effect trilogy? I like the sound of that. I need to go back to that. Finish up Mass Effect 2. If this keeps up, people are going to start playing tabletops. Oh, I kind of like that. I like that. Sounds good. I ain't gonna lie. All right. But anyway, guys, I will leave it here. Thanks so much for joining me today. Red Guard representation. We're done. I'm going to take you over to Hypnotic. Tell him I said hi. Raid. Have a good time. Guys, play video games. Enjoy yourself. Take care. Don't overexert yourself like I do. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Love you guys. Have a good one.